Hello, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. And I don't see anyone, but I do see four people watching. So come on in. I won't bite. Hard. Austin Power. Manav. Don't forget to come on now. You guys been here before. Protocol. Age, gender, where you tuning in from. Otherwise, I go on the other next question. And why so serious says, what do you think about Carl Jung? Who am I to think about Carl Jung? Carl Jung, what a intelligent and experienced psychologist, psychotherapist. Of course, he would probably teach us all lots of things to read his material and learn. And Manav Matpati says, sir, can HOCD make you feel you really want to be gay, but you don't want to be gay? Of course, that's what HOCD is. Don't forget, guys, I need the protocol. Age, gender, where you're tuning in from. Vascular potato. That's probably one of the funniest screen names ever. Vascular potato is male, male 20. Assam. Bless you. Why so serious? First, why don't you be kind enough to let me know about the little things that I asked that we need? Age, gender, where you're tuning in from. Manav says India 15. Thank you for that. I hope, Manav, you have had a discussion with your parents that you're going to be here on this channel, because this channel is for 18 and up. And so I want to make sure that you have permission from your parents to be here. I'd appreciate that. Male 29 Los Angeles is why so serious. And and he says, what do you think about the evil in the world? Does it come from the human unconsciousness? Why unconsciousness? No, it's very conscious. That means these are bastards in the world that they are creating havoc, criminals. They know exactly what they're doing, like what is going on today around the world with different governments, all the liberties and freedom that they're taking away, that is the right of every human being, that they're taking away, forcing people to do something they don't want to do with their bodies. Do you think what that's unconscious? No, they know exactly what they're doing. They're following a certain agenda. So therefore, no, it's very conscious behavior. They're bad people. No beating behind the bushes here. Mahan says male 24 India. And Manav says, sir, I get. Manav, could you please answer me? Do you have permission to be here from your parents? Manav says, sir, I get arousal by girls. Is this point enough to confirm that I'm a boy? You don't need confirmation. You are a boy. And for sure, that simply means your biological program and genetic codes are designed to like women. And that's you're doing what you're designed to do. So there is no proof needed. There is no confirmation needed. You are built the way you're built as a heterosexual male, obviously, in the womb of your mother. So the rest of it, whatever thoughts or OCD or substance of OCD suggests, these are all brain thoughts, have nothing to do with you. These are malfunction of the signaling system of the brain, and it's got nothing to do with your inclination or gender or anything changing or none of that stuff. So stop needing confirmation or assurances. You don't know any of that. You don't need any of that. None. Live your life. Be happy. These are brain thoughts, brain statics. Just ignore them and watch the videos that I have so you learn how to deal with them. And watch the videos that I have of Dr. Philipson, Dr. Jan Weiner, Dr. Schwartz to know what HOCD is, how it behaves, to learn how to manage it and help your brain to get back on its natural behavior and program as it's been designed for you. And vascular potato says, I feel angry most of the time and I want it to change. What should I do? Well, you get angry probably because you haven't told me enough. Probably you're focusing on the things that is not going well for you, the things that frustrates you, the things that you don't have, the things that you want to have and you don't have. Instead, I suggest you think about the things that you don't have and you don't want to have them. And think about the things that you do have and you want to have them. Simple things, you know, a place to sleep, something to eat, something to drink. Breathing, simple things brings you contentment and happiness in life. The rest of it, go build it. Go build it in your life. You can do anything you put your mind to it. You can do anything, accomplish anything you put your mind to it. Don't let anybody say otherwise. You can. Just don't start thinking about what others have and I don't have, and that will stop you from trying to build your life. Just focus on what it is that you want to accomplish and prepare for it and go accomplish it. Either if it's a job, learn it. If it's education, go get the education. Be patient, work hard. You'll get it. There's nothing you can't do in this life. Subkists. Okay. Female, 19, Texas. My favorite place. Favorite warm women in Texas. They're always so wholesome, so feminine, so woman. It says, I'm stressed because since I have HOCD, when I see attractive men, I don't feel attracted to him at all, and I don't get any sort of feelings towards them like I used to. But the key point here is that you used to. So if you used to, and uh, that means that is how you've been put together in the womb of your mom. This, what is happening to you, is HOCD, which is the mental glitch. It's a malfunction in the signaling system of the brain. Every single human being on earth has intrusive thoughts. But we also have a system that is designed to automatically shut off the intrusive thoughts as they show up. People whose signaling system works as it should, people who don't have OCD or OCD subsets, when they get intrusive thoughts, they say, what's that? That's obnoxious. And then boom, caudate nucleus, part of striatum in basal ganglia, works as magic, and it's designed to shut off the signaling system that is not in line, shut off the intrusive thoughts, that is not in line with your values. And it's designed to do that automatically. So you see it, recognize it, you make a comment in your mind, oh, what is that? And then boom, done. But for people who have OCD, when that happens, the caudate nucleus is not working properly as it used to shut it down. So the signal doesn't get through to shut it down. So that intrusive thought lingers, hovers. And therefore, because it hovers, doesn't dissipate, you think it means something. No, it just means that there's a malfunction in the signaling system of your brain. But the intrusive thought itself has no meaning or relevance to you. And so that you shouldn't get bamboozled. You should understand what HOCD is. Watch video links that I have provided from Dr. Philipson, Dr. Jan Weiner, Dr. Schwartz, and all these will help you how to understand OCD and OCD subsets such as HOCD, pedophile OCD, responsibility OCD, harm OCD, and all other kind of OCDs. And then you'll be able to manage it better and deal with it and know what this disorder is. And then you help the brain to rewire itself by the way you react to these intrusive thoughts. And then the brain will eventually learn to rewire itself through neuroplasticity based on the way you behave and labeled it. And it's all explained in the videos and the links that I just mentioned. And then your brain rewires itself and gets back to how it was designed originally to work for you per your gender. And whenever it comes back, if it does come back, you know exactly what to do. So you won't panic. You won't interpret it as something other than what it is, a malfunction. Subcu says, how do I get my attraction to men back? Your attraction haven't gone anywhere. Your attraction is there. It's no different than when you're listening to music and then there would be suddenly you can't hear it and you say, where did the music go? Music didn't go anywhere. The construction workers, the bus stopped nearby, the sound of other things happening in the street is masking and interrupting, creating a static for you not to be able to hear the music. Otherwise, the orchestra is still playing. So the same thing with your inclination and your interest in men, it hasn't gone anywhere. There are so many statics and intrusions, like the intrusive thoughts, that the glitch of malfunction is not letting intrusive thoughts clear the way for you to see what it is that you're interested to see, makes you think that your interest has gone away. Your interest hasn't gone anywhere else. It's right there. It's just too much static for you to be able to have those emotions and freedom of interest that based on your gender and what you always have enjoyed to show itself. You're distracted. You're distracted by all these intrusive thoughts constantly in the brain, and it doesn't let you to feel whole as you are to enjoy what you've always enjoyed. But the key factor is here, remember what you always enjoyed. Problem is when HOCD hits us, we somehow forget about the history of how we've lived, what we've been interested in, all of that, all because the brain is so powerful and makes you actually feel what the body is reacting is real, is actually you, rather than considering it the malfunction of the brain. And because the brain is so powerful, makes the body react or feel in a certain way, but that becomes an evidence for you that the thought or intrusive thought is real and it's true, but it's not. The fact that the brain is so powerful and makes the body react in a certain way, that should not become an evidence that the thought to begin with, which is a malfunction of the brain, has any validity or credibility. So you got to be aware of how this behaves, and watching the videos of the experts, as I mentioned, it will help you to learn what HOCD is, how it operates, and how to manage it and help your brain to clear itself and problems and then come back to how you've always been. And we have Prito says, good afternoon, Miran. Good afternoon, Prito. Says it's 12:30 p.m. in Assam. It's probably coming from Assam. Let me give you a tour to my boat and to my favorite place in the world and the coconut trees and my favorite beach right behind these black rocks. All right. Now we took a short trip to Hawaii. uh, Male 32 India, Prithu Barwa. Thank you for that. Mahan Das. Mahan, you need to let me know. Oh, here it is. Mahan 24 India, male. Mahan says, how to deal with false feelings when I think or do things that I love. I get opposite feelings. If somebody helped me, I would feel really thankful. But now I'm getting superiority complex feelings. Explain more. I don't quite get your question. And Mahan says, I used to be so thankful to people that helped me, but now my brain is making them bad with false feelings. But the brain is like your intestine. Your intestine gets diarrhea, and brain also gets diarrhea and makes mistakes and talks shit and nonsense. The fact is, the brain is not your intellect. So why is it that you think what brain suggests has any credibility? Because you've been uh, brainwashed in childhood that brain is smart, brain is your intellect, brain is you. Whatever brain says, you should follow. No, whatever brain says, you should judge, not follow. If it's bullshit, just throw it out, ignore it, disagree with it, and ignore it. Don't try to change the brain's behavior or production. Just disagree with it and do what it is that you command and decide and feel it's the right thing for you to do. What brain says or does or suggests or imagines is all suggestions, like a bazaar, store. You go, there's so many products. Because those products are there, that doesn't mean they're the things that you need or you desire or you want to buy. It just means they're there for you to choose. Whichever you want, you may want to deal with it. Whichever you don't, you just ignore them and go away. That's how you should train brain. Brain is not you, you're not the brain. In Dr. Schwartz's book of Brain Lock, it's easily explained that you're not the brain and brain is not you. So don't think that what brain suggests or brings about or pops up in your head has any credibility. Brain doesn't even know what is there, it just guesses things. So many things around the world exist, and we have the capability of letting this information through mediums and all different kind of mediums and seeing them, witnessing them. That information gets to our consciousness, and the brain picks up this information and creates thoughts. That's what brain does, makes thoughts. 80, 90,000 thoughts a day, but none of them are relevant to you. You use the apparatus of the brain and you choose some kind of a inventory information from your consciousness, use the apparatus of the brain, you make a thought with it, which would help you to advance to accomplish whatever it is that you want to accomplish on that day or the project. Brain itself also uses the apparatus of the brain and makes thoughts. But those thoughts are brain's thoughts. Those suggestions are brain suggestions, not yours. But you're the boss of it all. You're the boss of your kidney, your liver, your intestine, your brain, everything else. You choose and decide what production of these organs is useful or makes sense or is of any validity, or you let them fall by the wayside and never see the light of day. It is you who's the master, not the brain. You're the selector. And that's what makes you the boss of everything. Not just because, it's like you're among your friends or people in the mall or shopping mall or wherever, and they all suggest something. As far as you're concerned, you choose whichever suggestion or whichever ideas are of any validity or interest, not because they just say something and you follow them because they said so. Who are they? They're not you and you're not them. Same thing with brain. Brain is not you and you're not the brain. So you judge it. And based on that, You live your life the way you're designed, the way you want to protect your values. And if it's not in line with your values, you ignore it. Hmm. Mahan says, thank you. That's true. Okay. Lucky Dude says, sir, I now have thoughts of converting to a religion I don't believe in. Okay, don't. A thought is not an order or something for you to obey. A thought is a thought, means nothing. A thought can never become actuality unless you, the boss of it all, the boss of this entity, allows or chooses for that thought or suggestion to become an actuality by allowing it to become an action. Otherwise, by itself, thought has no power, brain has no power. It's just powerful to affect your body to feel or, convince you to believe in something. But you're ultimately the only one who allows a thought or suggestion to ever become an actuality or an action. That means you're always in control, regardless of what thought shows up in your head. Shabham says, hi, Miran. Male India 20, HOCD. When I see a picture of boys, I think, why are you seeing boys? You are interested in girls. And brain says, you're interested. Then I afraid of seeing pictures. No, look at the picture of the boys and look at every part of them, their feet, their legs, their genitalia, their face, their eyes. You can see there's nothing mysterious about them. They're just something that you're not interested, but the brain is saying that means the brain is malfunctioning. That's all. That's all. So you don't have to think that what comes to your head has any validity. It's a static, it's a malfunction in handling intrusive thoughts. But that is exactly what HOCD is. Because it's something that you don't like, HOCD attacks you with something that is not you. And whatever HOCD attacks you, you in fact are opposite of what HOCD attacks you. HOCD always attacks you with something that is opposite of what you are. If you never knew what your sexuality or inclination or gender is, if you had never known you were born in an island alone, when HOCD would hit you, then you would definitely know your gender is opposite of what HOCD is making you think. That's how you will know. HOCD never attacks anybody according to what their gender is. It attacks opposite of what they are. So if you're attacked by HOCD to think that you're homosexual, then that means you're heterosexual as you've always been. If it attacks you with thoughts of that you're heterosexual when you're homosexual, then that means you're a homosexual as you've always been because it's attacking you with the thoughts of heterosexuality. Abiali says, I got into a relationship with my best friend and we broke it off. Abiali, I need to know your age, gender, and where you're tuning in from. Then I'll get back to your question. Mahan says, I had intrusive thoughts about my friends and I was recovering from it and realized all these thoughts were stupid and they are my dear people. After a week, these false feelings happen. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's just the thought. Now I can deal with thoughts, but I don't know how to fix false feelings. Nothing. Keep ignoring them. Eventually, it learns that you're not interacting with these feelings, and you keep doing what it is that you're interested. Push through, regardless of the feelings. do whatever it is that you are interested, you want to be interested. And then eventually the brain gets the drift of it that this person is not going to react or interact with me when these thoughts are made by me. The brain thinks and it starts learning through your behavior toward these thoughts, and it starts rewiring itself to what it always used to be, what it's designed to be, and you should help it to correct itself. Mahan says, why I try to fix feelings, it gets worse because you don't know how to fix it. You try to command it, destroy it, refute it, argue with it, challenge it, prove to it that it's not. All of that is exactly what HOCD behaves because it feeds the interaction and it keeps that constantly occupied in that topic. And that's like you're encouraging it to keep staying on that topic. Like you're letting it through neuroplasticity, encouraging it, okay, keep thinking about this. But when you ignore it and you focus on what it is that you want to focus on, you're giving a message to the brain that I will not deal with this the way you want me to engage. I ignore it. And that's why the neuroplasticity doesn't take place as it would if you engage with it and constantly treat it as it's something that you got to argue with. So the brain learns that, oh, there is no reaction coming. That would help it to change its narrative and not create these sort of thoughts because there is no interest, there's no discussion about it. Abi Ali says 27 male from India. Thank you for that. So Abi Ali says, I got into a relationship with my best friend and we broke it off due to long distance. But we ended on a chance that we might get back unable to be objective about this. I don't know what you really mean. If you long distance, it's a no good relationship anyhow. So you broke it off. There was nothing to break off. If you're long distance, that's no relationship. It's just excitement of talking with some girl and enjoying it and thinking you have a girlfriend. Well, you don't, because it's not. There's no physical interaction at all. So eventually you guys get tired, or you might see a girl here close by in your city. She might see some guy close by in her city where she is, and then you will break up then. So a long distance relationship, unless it's got real roots and it's temporary, I don't recommend it at all. So whatever it is, you enjoyed it, and now let it go. Abieli says, does professional therapy help the process of getting over someone? Yeah, of course it does. You can always go to my channel and mindthatseekstruth.com, my site, make an appointment on Skype. If you make an appointment for 1 hour, then I will throw in another hour. We'll have 2 hours to discuss what's concerning you about your relationship and breakup one-on-one on Skype. But yes, professional help will help you. And let's see. Shabuham says, I'm really thankful to God that I found your channel. It's helping me a lot, and you deserve more subscribers. Yes, Shabham, thank you very much for your kind notation. And I do believe that we deserve a lot more, maybe 1 million more subscribers, but somehow we are not given the chance. We are not visible. So that's why I really ask you guys who care about this channel and find it helpful and like the contents and videos, promote it on your social media. The videos that you like, promote it. share it on your social media, and maybe on Instagram, TikTok. Take little bits of videos that you like and put it up there, or talk about it. Let people know so they can benefit from the contents of the channel, and at the same time we get more exposure, we get more subscribers, and we're able to do more, and at the same time we reach more people and help more people. And I hope that you guys will actually do this for me, because nobody seems to be actually doing it, but they enjoy the channel and the quality of videos. But the channel needs help, and without you guys, I will probably disappear. We have now 3,000 videos on this channel. Anything to do with breakups, thoughts, consciousness, fear, desire, ego, mechanical process, material process, OCD, subsets of OCD, the roots of it, the interpretation of thoughts and intrusive thoughts, and what to do with it, and all these hundreds of videos on that topics, and the links from very well-known psychotherapists for your information. It's there for you to watch and learn about OCD and subsets of OCD, HOCD, harm OCD, pedophile OCD, and all these things, to be able to manage and bring more balance and health to your mental issues, and have an enjoyable life, knowing about how to deal with these challenges, which brain, like any other part of our body, can go wacko. And we get sick, we get cold, we we need to recover. We get diarrhea, we need to learn it and recover. We don't say, oh, diarrhea, oh, I've been a diarrhea all the time, I'm changing into diarrhea and that's my normal. No, it's not. Whatever you've been born as, homosexual or heterosexual, that's how you're going to be the rest of your life. So if something goes wacko in between, just like any organ of yours is malfunctioning, and you got to learn how to help it to bring it back to what it originally was designed for, and back to its normal health. Same thing with the brain, no different. Okay. Mahan says, oh, I see. That makes so much sense. It's kind of just like thoughts in a way. I understand. Yeah, good. Abieli says, happy to give more details. Says, all right, I understand. Okay, good. Mahan says, the one thing that worry me is how can I get my real feelings right? Stop this worrying thing. What do you mean worrying thing? What do you think you are? Milk? After a few days, you may become sour milk, buttermilk, and then longer, you could become what? Yogurt? And long time passes, you'll change to cheese? That's not how we are. You are made how you were made in the womb of your mother, and that's how you're going to be the rest of your life. Now, the rest of it is statics and malfunctions. You got to learn how to deal with it, how to learn it, how to help it, how to bring back what balance is to you, to your gender, and to how you've been put together. So simple. All right. Okay. We have only 6 people here. That must be Sunday morning in India. Where are all these? Where there's 1.3 billion people in India. Where the heck are they? I think there must be at least 100 million of them going through divorce and breakups and so on, and maybe a few million, if not more, having OCD challenges. So where the hell are they? That's all on you guys. You have not promoting this channel, so it's time to get on with it. And done there. Mifflin, that must be Sonia. Is it? Is it? Sophia. Oh, okay. I forgot. And says, hey, Mehran, it's me, Sophia, from Chile. Hello, dear. Says, glad I finally caught the live chat. Why do you guys say finally? I am always Saturdays, 1 p.m. Vancouver time. And so often, if you haven't clicked the bell, and if you did, it would probably give you a notification that I'm live. Maybe you guys don't get the notification. And is it because you haven't clicked on the bell, and when you click on a bell, you have a option, and I think one of them says always. I think you should choose the always, so it will inform you when I go live. So it shouldn't be a surprise. I should be easy to be found. And also Saturdays at 1 p.m. Vancouver time, usually within half an hour here and there, there's a live stream. But anyhow, I'm glad you're here. So it's finally caught you live chat again, and to see that you are doing fine. Okay, good. Thank you. Hopefully that you're doing well. And Sophia says it's currently 4:40 a.m. in Chile. And is it Chile? 4:40 a.m. in Chile? And says I have a strong insomnia right now. Oh, really? And that means your mind is very active. Your brain is thinking about things and trying to solve things, or trying to change things that happened in the past, and conjuring up things that might be happening. And you should let all that go and bring your attention to the now, to this very moment. In this very moment, it's so small, nothing is happening in it. It's so peaceful. All you have to do, stay alert, alive in that very moment. Because in that very moment that you're trying to sleep, there's nothing happening. Nothing can happen. You're just trying to sleep. Nothing to worry you, because you can't do anything about anything. Neither what was past to fix anything or change it. Past is dead. There's nothing you need to change, because it doesn't even exist, let alone need anything to be changed. And nothing in the future has happened, because the future itself is not here, let alone something that happens in the future to be here. The future hasn't come yet. So nothing in it could have happened or could happen right now. So you simply understand that the only place that you are is the now. And in the now, in that very moment of the now, it's happening. Everything is so quiet and stable. And if you focus on that moment of the now, that fragment of the moment of the now, you will see it's so peaceful and so wonderful. Nothing, no thought, no nothing whatsoever is there. From there, just take your imagination to the vast universe and let your just energy flow forward. Traveling, seeing nothing but traveling in the endless universe. And keep traveling and enjoy the oneness and nothingness. Keep it there. And then focus on your breathing. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Feel, see, and imagine the breath, oxygen going in the nostrils, and then imagine it, accompany it, see it, feel it coming, exhaling out. So, see it, feel it, accompany it, going in, oxygen, coming out, oxygen, or CO2, however. Breath coming in, see it, feel it, accompany it. Exhale, see it, feel it, accompany it. In, stay with it. Out, stay with it. In, see it, feel it. Out, see it, feel it. If you focus on this, it replaces any other thought, past or future, or any event, because you're doing something. So you give your brain, you give your mind something that you enjoy, and it's happening. There's a happening when you breathe. Oxygen coming in, caressing your nostrils, you feel it, hear it coming in, and you feel it and hear it when it's exhaled out. You feel, hear, accompany it. You feel, hear, exhaling, and accompany it. This will replace any other activity in your mind. And when you continue that for a few minutes, before you know it, you're sleeping. The key is to bring the ripples of the activity of the brain down. And by doing one thing, which is what I just told you, there are many other ways, so this is just the easiest one, you will reduce the ripples of the brain. And when you reduce it, the activity goes down. The activity goes down, you sleep. Capiche? Now I feel sleepy. Because what I said, it works on myself as well. All right. Pallavi is here, says, I'm unable to concentrate on work because I have been separated and haven't found a solution yet to my marriage. I met someone new too, whom I have started liking. What can I do to bring my focus back? Well, if your marriage is already broken and you've divorced, what's there to think? You don't have children with the ex husband. And you now like somebody new, that's a motivation. So focus on life, focus on what's happening now. And what bothers you, let it go. Since it's been more than 2 years in this way, I still don't know what to do in life. What do you mean? You find a job. If you have a job, obviously you do. Focus on becoming good at it, making more money to be independent, and take care of yourself. Exercise, be fit, keep your looks good and fresh, eat healthy food, and keep fit. And when you meet someone, see if they're worthy for your attention and see how they treat you, and keep your job. Make sure you're independent so you won't have to be, depending on somebody else and their rules and things that you may not like. And then independently choose some partner that you like and you find them qualified. What's there to think? What do you want to solve? That didn't work 2 years ago. You divorced. That's it. If it was good, you would stay. It didn't. So what the heck? Move on. And Documentary World says, Kia ora. Oh, Kia ora from New Zealand. A brother from New Zealand. Says 29 male New Zealand. Hope you're well. Enjoy watching your content. Keep it up. Thank you very much. But enjoy watching it is not good enough. I want you to share the videos you like on your social media. Talk about it on TikTok, Instagram. Introduce the channel to people for what help it can give for breakups and relationships, moving on, false consciousness, fear, desire, ego, OCD, and substance of OCD, and so on. And let them know what this channel is all about, that the support is here, so they can, reach us and be helped through the contents. So do that for you guys, every one of you. You just do it at least once in a while, not all the time. It'd be good for all of us, and at the same time, we get more subscribers and we can reach more people, get more exposure, and help more people. Yeah, Mahan. Forget about doing anything with the brain and thoughts. Just leave them alone. Leave them be. You just be selector. Choose what's pleasant, what's not pleasant. Leave them. Ignore them, and keep on doing whatever it is that you've always did and you enjoyed, regardless of what thought shows up or doesn't. You just focus on your values, protect your values, enjoy your values, focus on your values, do whatever it is that it is in line with your values, and protect those and ignore the rest. And Pallavi says, thank you, Miran. Actually, I'm not divorced yet. I didn't know if I should divorce or not. I'm so confused. Well, listen, if it's not working, what are you hanging around for? If it's not working, what are you hoping for? What are you keeping the marriage together? You've tried, obviously. You guys both tried. He tried, you tried to keep it together, to compromise. It didn't work out. 2 years have passed. It hasn't worked out. So, what is it you're hoping to happen? So, obviously, the problems have not been resolved. So, if it's not resolved, what do you want to do? Magic? Force them to resolve? No, it's always going to be the problems that you're facing. Because obviously, if you want it to be resolved, you guys tried. I'm sure you guys tried. It would have been resolved. But somehow it's not. So, whatever it's cultural, whatever it's forcing you, whatever is not compromising, you tried, doesn't work, move on. Life goes on. Next. So me and my husband have been living separately for 2 years due to problems. Okay, then. I mean, I don't understand. What are you waiting for until you're like 50 years old and then you say, okay, well, we've waited enough. Now let's divorce. Or, okay, we waited enough and I didn't have a life. And so now let's get together and go through the problems at this age. What is it that you're waiting for? 2 years, no reconciliation. So what are you hoping for? What are you supposed to do? Kiss ass? What is the tradition is telling you? What are you waiting? What are you supposed to 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 comply with? What is he waiting for? Is it something unreasonable you're asking that he's not accepting, or is it something unreasonable he's asking that you're not accepting? Obviously, you probably discussed this problem, families and yourselves and so on, and decided to separate for one reason or another. So, and 2 years you've been separated. So, what the hell is going on? Where do you think it's going to go? I don't know enough stories. So maybe you want to make an appointment with me and discuss it with me one on one on Skype. And then, of course, I'd be able to say something. Otherwise, it's all closed um, discussion. I can't say any more of that. Mahan says, okay, thanks, sir. You're quite welcome. Shubham says, thank you. I finally understood how to meditate. Good. That was the easiest meditation that you could do. Mhm. Okay, guys, it's almost 1 hour, 6 minutes to 1 hour. And it's funny, there's only three people here, but I've got a ton of questions that we responded. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. There are 10 people here, but we only have, I don't know how it works. Mhm. So So we have 9 likes, but 2 watching now. How does that work? What do you guys this is? A restaurant? You come and eat and go? Nobody sticks around. As soon as you get Pallavi says, "Thank you, Mehran. Your channel is great and motivating. Keep up the great work." It's not keep up the great work. You guys got to promote this channel. Pallavi and everybody else, promote the blessed channel and bless it in your TikToks, Instagram. Take little bits, talk about it, introduce it, share it on your social media, the videos that you like. Help the channel to get exposure. Somehow, YouTube is not giving us the exposure. Somehow. So come on, rise up, rise. Okay, guys, it's 55 minutes and 58 seconds, 59 and 56 minutes now. It looks like we have no other question. So at this point, it's time for me to say I love you all. Thank you very much for being here, giving me the opportunity to share a thing or two with you. I hope I will have spontaneous live streams now and then. If you haven't, subscribe, click on the bell, choose always, so whenever I go live, you'll be notified. At least I hope, because YouTube is not that good in notifying people somehow. So do that. And otherwise, on Saturdays, 1 p.m. Vancouver time, we usually have live streams. So I look forward to talk to you again. In the meantime, be good to yourself and to the others. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.